Welcome back to the Beginner's Guide and Satisfactory. Today we're going to be doing crystal oscillators because I've been building these lights and they take 4 crystal oscillators every time I build one, and I've been handcrafting them and it sucks. So I'm ready to actually make some crystal oscillators. So if we look at the recipe, 1 crystal oscillator per minute takes 18 quartz crystals per minute, 14 cables per minute, and 2.5 reinforced iron plates per minute. You've made all of these before, you just need to make more. And if you already have a ton, just use what you have. But you might as well just make more if you need it. So I'll come down here to the lowest level so I can show you some of the math behind it. I want to create 16 crystal oscillators per minute. And the reason why I want to do that is because in the late game, you need a bunch of crystal oscillators. We'll get to that when we get there. 16 crystal oscillators might be overkill, but I use a lot of them, so I kind of want them. You could probably get away with 10. Just do some of the math here, and you can figure it out. So with 16 crystal oscillators per minute, I need 288 quartz crystals per minute, and I need 224 cables per minute, and 40 reinforced iron plates. So, 288 quartz crystals. Each of these constructors make 22.5, so if we just take 288 by 20 divided by 22.5, we need 12.8 constructors. Let's just throw 13 on the list here. So we have 6 here. We're gonna throw a merger there, and it will do a Mark IV belt. And then when they're all combined, it'll be Mark V. I probably don't need Mark V, but you know, it's fine. So there's 6. Here's the next 6. So we will take all of these. And Mark IV is fine here. And then we just need 1 additional, which we will grab from here. And this will just come straight across. So that'll be a little extra, but we just bring that up there. So that's all our quartz crystals. And I did show you where I'm grabbing all these quartz from in the last episode, so if you haven't seen that one, make sure you go watch it. You can actually see where all this comes from. I am making extra that I'm sinking, not a big deal. So there's all the quartz crystals. I am producing 40 reinforced iron plates here, and I'll show you where I got all of this soon, but for now, let's actually combine. We don't need this anymore. In fact, I don't know why I deleted this in the first place. It's fine. So you're gonna come down here, and we'll merge that together. And yeah, we wanted to come down this line anyways. So we'll combine that in there. Now all the reinforced iron plates should be going up as well. This is our train line. Then we come up to the top here. And then I showed you this copper factory in the last episode, the 224. I grabbed 8 constructors worth of cables from the cables I'm already producing in this factory. If you need more cables, just produce more. I'm literally just grabbing these 8 constructors here. I am producing a lot more than I need. You don't need to go as crazy as I did. I was experimenting with the pure copper and pure iron ingot recipes. You're more than welcome to build them as well, but that's what I was doing. So now, in order to make 16 of these, we need a total of 16 manufacturers. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can only fit 6 on this. So this is going to be 12. So if we want, so yeah, 6, 12, okay. So I can throw in a couple overclocks here. That'll be 13, 14, 15, and 16. There's all the 16 that we want. So now I'm just going to set up all of my Manufacturer's the same way, so I'll set one of these up here. I'm going to set my second one to this height. And then we line up splitters on the first slot of each of them. The third slot's not needed. So this is pretty simple. And then last one, we don't even need one on the last one. We're going to set up splitters on all of these up top here, except that one went down the wrong way. Make sure it's going the right direction. The splitters all along here. And then we'll also need to do that below. We'll need splitters here on every single one of these. So let's make sure we got splitters all along, and then connect all the splitters up together. I'm going to keep mine in 2 separate rows. So there we go. Now we just need to take one of our 3 lines and connect them to each of these. So we're going to set up a splitter here, because we need to set it up like this. And sure, we'll do that. And then from here, suppose we can set up here. So we'll split again. This one might look a little funky, but that's alright. So there we go. Now we'll go to the same location, but go underneath. And we'll do the same thing. We'll split down here. And those can connect. So all I need to do is connect up this belt. And everything should be running to where it needs to go. And the last thing I need to do is connect all this to power. There we go. All of those are connected. And now I have some truck stations here, which I will show you in a little bit here. But this one is taking quartz crystals and silica. I also want to send crystal oscillators here, if I could. And I think that would look really good. So what I need to do is provide a location for crystal oscillators to connect here. So we'll do a merger, let's just say right here maybe. So that means we want some floor holes. I never had one here. Let's put one right next to it. And then we'll know that we can't go there, but we can go here. And we can do the same thing all the way up. So not there, but there. And now we know where our connection point is. And that's the wrong way. How can I tell? The arrow is pointing away. We want it to point in. Then we'll merge into that, so that both sides can push crystal oscillators. Now we'll bring this down and then connect it into the merging line. That's a ton of crystal oscillators. That's beautiful. And that should end up in the truck station. So we got 32 right there. Pretty good, pretty good. So this truck station here, let's see if I can find one of my trucks here. So this truck here is carrying screws. So if we ride this here, there's the gas station. This is a functioning gas station, by the way. So this truck will go in here and pick up coal that I drop off at the gas station, and it'll be fueled. It's gonna load something in air quotes, but it's empty. It's not loading anything. That was nothing. It dropped nothing into it. but it is what it is. It's better than unloading a ton of screws here. So, yeah, this will, using the cartograph mod here, this will follow the road down and up to the screws truck station. So I can show you that there. So it's going to be picking up screws from the screws that I've already been producing. So let's just head down there. So this is from the heavy modular frame factory. I had a bunch of extra screws. I was waiting to use them. Crystal oscillators was a perfect opportunity to do so. So yeah, we're just pulling screws from this factory here. And it just gave me an opportunity to grab from a few of these and send it on its way. So yeah, the screws is coming from the screw factory. I'm actually running out of screws. Again. Wow, that's crazy. Screws is crazy. And then the iron factory. I still haven't finished this building, by the way. I'm lazy when it comes to building this. The iron truck station is... the iron plate is right here. So this is grabbing the remainder of my iron plates that I have here. Which was just 5 of these bad boys. Only 5 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were all that was left. Yeah, so I got 5 of these. That means they're producing 100 per minute. 20 times 5, 100 per minute. That wasn't enough for my reinforced iron plate, so I had to make more. But anyways, yeah, we're sending over 100 iron plates per minute on a truck. And then that same truck, this one right here, it's sending over the iron plates. Whoopsies. But it's picking up the crystal oscillator, silica, and quartz crystals, and is sending it to the storage system. So this truck actually has a dual purpose here. It's sending iron plates there and picking up what is being produced at the quartz factory now and sending it back. So, and it doesn't matter if that truck is full of iron plates because it's just going to go through the system and then get either put in storage or in the sink. So that's completely fine. But yeah, that's what that purple truck does. It comes to these two, so it's going to drop off iron plates in this one. Then it's going to pick up whatever is here. Then the screws just goes back and forth doing screw things. That's all it's doing. So, yeah, so then we combine the iron plates and the screws to make reinforced iron plates, but we're still missing 125 iron plates. I had a couple iron nodes here. I just send it in, and we produce some iron ingots with some smelters, just a basic recipe. Produce some iron plates, and then just merge that with the truck station line, and we're producing reinforced iron plates at exactly the speed we need to. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I've been trying to work at this and make sure that now we can have some crystal oscillators. And putting down lights is going to be so much better. In fact, I was putting lights in this building over here and I clearly ran out, got pissed off, and that's why I'm recording this video right now, because I'm like, I really need crystal oscillators right now. But it is what it is. I know it's kind of a shorter episode here. There was not a ton to talk about, because, I mean, most everything I did, you should already know how to do. The only thing I did was set up truck stations, and I showed you that. So, yeah. And then the quartz train is dropping off here. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. What we might want to do is a hazmat suit. So let's do a hazmat suit. I need 50 gas filters. Oh, that's annoying. I don't think I have the capacity for any hazmat filters, do I? Or for gas filters. I don't. Okay. Well, that was dumb. I might do that one off camera, just to make fabric and stuff. I'll do this one off camera. Maybe we'll do this one together. The control system development. Then we can start worrying about radio control units and supercomputers, and we can play around with the blender in a future episode. Because we've already tackled aluminum. Aluminum's completely done. There's not a whole lot left to do here. So, yeah, we'll do this one here, which is simple enough. All we have to do is grab aluminum sheets, aluminum casings, and then 200 computers, and 1,000 plastic. Simple enough. Now we'll just submit it. And control system development. That's awesome. So that's another milestone unlocked. Let's take a look at this new building, because this building's crazy. So here's the blender. And the blender has 2 inputs, and 2 solid inputs and 2 liquid inputs. And then it exports a liquid output and a solid output, depending on what recipe we choose. So if we look in here, the only thing we can produce is a battery. And a battery is just another fuel source. This is used for drones. It could be, I think it can be used for vehicles now, but it used to be only for drones. This was the only way you could power drones. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think drones can be powered with any fuel. I think batteries can be used for any fuel type as well. So right now, the only thing we can make is batteries, but we will be able to make other stuff eventually. So we'll figure out what we're going to do in the next episode, and hopefully I can make it entertaining at the very least. And thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you learned how to do crystal oscillators super easy.